Hey folks, what's up, iyatee? So I wanted to make a short video here, or it's going to be relatively short, I hope. It's been a while since I fog napped anything, and I will not show the grinding, but I want to show some of this material. This is a piece of, it's actually red. Can't see it here. I'm hoping that shows up better later, but as you can see, it's red. And it's got this cool stripe running through it. I don't have very much of this material, but there is some. I'm going to make it all available. I also got a bunch of this blue glass, and I got some clear glass, I got some black glass, I got some smoky glass, I got a bunch of stuff. The smoky glass, some of that glass is old Ford Motor Company glass. I believe it was rough glass for windshields or something like that from back in the day. It's older glass and it's pretty thick. You can percussion nap it. Boy, I'm gonna take it back here a notch because that's gonna chip super easy. Anyways, and there's also a whole bunch of gold sheen, triple flow, black, some rainbow. No real super high-end rainbow, but some rainbow. That's going to be beautiful. I wish I could get them to stop going all the way that far across, but they're wanting to zip all the way across there. But there's going to be a bunch of this different stuff available that I just picked up, and some of it's going to be percussion slabs, and some of it we are going to grind into fog preforms and sell it that way. So we'll just have to see after we start going through it. I just kind of basically looked it over when I was looking at it down there, and honestly don't know what all's in there, but really interested to see what this looks like when it's done. There's also some purple glass. Which is really neat. Pretty. Yeah, so it'll take us a little while to get this together, and we have to do it beside, I'm not sure how we're going to find time to do all of it, but we're going to be working on it. And the fog preforms may only come on the website like, 10 here and 10 there or something like that. Because it really does take, it takes quite a bit of time to grind them. But they'll be ground just how I like them. No special orders, no special specifics, but they'll be ground just like I do mine. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to go over and I'm going to turn this edge. And by turning the edge, we're just going to put a bevel on it so it's beveled closer to this side, which is what we did on this side here. You can see that bevel on there. I'm just going to turn that bevel the other direction. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it's ground. As you can see, the edge is turned the other direction. Now I leave my edge a little bit thicker than a lot of the other guys do. A lot of guys, they just barely have a lip there to catch on, and I could get away with that with the glass. But when I have done very little fog napping lately, but what I have been doing has been mostly just flint, not glass or obsidian, volcanic glass, or man-made glass, either one. So for the flints, I like to have a little bigger lip there to get a hold of, make sure I get across it. But on the glass, you probably don't need that, but I just tend to grind them all the same way. This is just chipping so easy that I had a lot of fun fog napping when I was fog napping, but well, I burnt myself out on it. I just did so much of it that I will say that it helped me hone my pressure flaking skills. And Robert Lofton's the one that taught me how to fog nap. He's better at it than I am. And I'll probably never be as good as Robert at fog napping because I'm not going to do enough of it. He's been doing an awful lot of percussion work here lately, and boy, he's gotten pretty good. Not bad. That might be the easiest napping piece of material I've ever napped in my life. You barely even touch it and it just flake pops off and runs way on out there. See the red. Almost a purplish red. Kind of a purpley red. Might be even cooler than I thought it was. All I'm keeping for myself out of that whole bunch of stuff I bought, and it was quite a bit, is one piece of this, one piece of the blue, one piece of the, I got a piece of the green. There's only one piece of it that, there's some other green, but there's also some goldstone. Some of the goldstone, the way it's cut, is going to be better as a percussion slab, which you don't see very often, but that's how a couple of those pieces are going to be sold, because it's the best way to sell them. Pretty cool with that line going through it. Beautiful. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'll go back to my grinder. You don't have to do this if you don't have a grinder. You can just kind of you can just kind of pick that off and it'll be fine. But I'm gonna go knock down these deltas just a little bit, and then we'll pick them off, finish our base, and we'll be done. All right, I'm back. I'll tell you something else exciting that happened today, actually. My Rainy Buttes got here. I ordered 2 boxes for myself. I would have ordered 4 if I had the extra money to spend on it. Just because when it comes around, you got to get it, because it probably won't be around very long. All I'm doing is just clicking off these deltas. Man, I think that is just beautiful. I am going to nap me a point out of that Ford Motor Company glass. I'm a Ford guy, so I'll have to fix up my tip because it's a little goofy. I need to clean these glasses, they're just foggy. I think my glasses have gotten scratched up to the point that I'm just looking through a haze all the time. I think it's what's happened. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and buy a new pair, I guess. $500 every time you do that, so I like to put them off as long as I possibly can. All right. Yeah, they're just so scratched up that Probably gonna have to clean these glasses off. I got a pile of also got a pile of, there's going to be a bunch of percussion stuff, percussion slabs come up here very soon. Also going to be adding deer antler knife handles to the mix. Probably some antler that you can use for stands also. I don't have a lens wipe in my pocket. See it better like this. Just wanted to pick at anything that looks like it's too uneven or sticking out or I'll tell you one thing when you're working glass, if you're new, don't brush your pad off with your hand. I got a terrible habit of doing that, and what glass to get you, man-made or obsidian, either one. Just a little persnickety picking. All right. That little thing in there kind of looks like a rainbow in it. Some rainbowy colors. This is more of a dark purple glass than it is red. What we'll do, we're going to make a Dalton here. Still working on my Dalton case. Almost everything in my Dalton case is percussion nap, but I don't mind putting a couple of fog nap points in there. I'm okay with that. Stiffen that up a little bit. Good enough. Let's see. So this corner broke off a little bit. Kind of tough to see that edge. Let's put our bevel on here. Yeah, ooh, almost dropped it. That's pretty. I like it quite a bit. Might take it out to the sun and see how that looks. Need to grind the base. Rounded that off a little bit. Didn't like that much. Wish that wouldn't have broke off there, but nothing I can do about it now. Should have stuck with a file, I guess, when I was grinding that off there. That was a safer option. Bit. I'm going to bring this in just a hair. This side's got to come in some. Don't particularly want my sides here wider than my base, which is kind of what was starting to happen there. All right. I think that's it. It's a pretty point, I think. I'm gonna rub a little juice on there. Still chasing it a little bit. That's not bad. Little Dalton blade. This will fill in any little tiny, well, really wasn't any, but anything that's teeny tiny that shows a little fingernail hinge or fracture. Crazy with that line running through it. Pretty neat. It's probably the A side because it's got the best flute. That's a pretty point right there. I got no problems with that whatsoever. Purpley red. I wonder if we can take it outside and see what it looks like. I'll take you outside. Okay, here she is outside. I can't seem to get I can't get a good picture of it with the light shining through it. It's a cool piece of glass though. Man, that sun's so bright I can't see what I'm doing here. I guess you can see that. Pretty cool. I like it. Really deep red color. Pretty stuff. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. There's a bunch of this stuff coming. These crates over here are full and there's more inside. So these are just full of stuff here. There's more of that blue glass. There's some great big long. I mean, that thing's long, 24 inches long probably. I don't know if they'll stay that long, but I do have some of those. And here's a tote down here. It's full of it also. But, all kinds of neat stuff. But y'all keep napping, and we'll catch you on the next one. Watch out for this material. It'll be coming soon.